South Asia for the Sage, and he will deliver the demo of the Sage research methodology product. Over to Sriram, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for introducing me. So, sir said I work with Sage and I take care of sales for the South Asian region for all our digital products. So today, I'm so happy that you could invite us for this virtual online product demo session. Because of COVID, generally we are conducting a lot of demo sessions online. So what I intend to do today is that our Sage Research Methods platform, I'm going to show you a PPT on how it can be better used in your research method process, and also how it can be. I will go take this platform live and show you the various features of the platform, which will help you to kind of search the relevant content that is required by you in your research as well as in academic coursework, and then you can. I will set up a trial access for 2 months. Once the session is over, in 2 days time, maybe by Wednesday next week mid, I will set up a user ID and password based trial, and the user ID and password will be shared with Mukesh sir, and he will be circulating it to all your faculty members. So I would request you, and I'm also recording this session so that in case if somebody is unable to attend this session today, he can always see the recording and try to understand what is this product, how it can be navigated. So this today, the agenda is primarily going to be a platform demo session. So as I'm starting to share my screen, I will switch off my video just to utilize the bandwidth optimally, and I'm going to share my screen. One of you can confirm if you are in a position to see my screen.
Visible, sir.
Oh, okay, that's great. So how I intend to do this session is that I will run a PPT to give a holistic view of what is this Sage research method all about, from where we started, where are we today, and then simultaneously I will take you through the platform demo. So I will be swapping between the slides as well as the live demo of the platform. So my contact details are presented here. If somebody wants to get in touch with me for any of your query, please feel free to do that. I will submit my contact details at the end of the session as well. So as I said, this is going to be an introductory session for the product Sage Research Method. Sage Research Method, we proudly say that we have accumulated content over the past 50 years and close to 4,000 plus resources related to research methodology, starting from defining a topic to philosophy of research, to writing a researchable question, to conducting a literature review, till your writing up your research and thesis dissertation. The entire steps of research is covered through various variety of content in this platform. The URL is methods.sagebook.com, which is in the bottom of the slide. So if you see the history, in 1965, Ms. Sarah McCune, who's the founder of Sage, whose picture is on the right side, she founded Sage, and one of our first series of books that we launched were little green books and little blue books. Green books were on quantitative methods and blue books were on qualitative methods. These are very short, accessible, affordable books on research methodology, which become really famous among the academicians, and libraries used to buy these books in sets. Like you see, these are the right side pictures are there. And then that is where we started a journey of publishing content in research methodology, as we had a lot of authors writing books, little blue books, green books, and other many handbooks, encyclopedias and research method. In 2011, we had a host of books on research method, which we put it into digital platform and called as a Sage Research Methods. And 2014, we had a lot of case studies. These case studies are basically research method case studies authored by scholars basis their experience on the method selection, which method they selected in their research, etc. And then we found that there are a lot of data set requirement from students and faculty members. So we added a lot of data sets in 2015, and many video content was added in 2016, and then we started adding a lot of tools, and what right now you see is a full-fledged Sage Research Methods platform. It is called as a database, which comprises of these varieties of content. So it contains of books, journal articles, cases, data sets, and videos. These are the 5 types of content that is there. And the research tool that is available in the platform is Methods Map, Reading List, Project Planner, and Which Statistics Test. So I will be going through all these things during my demo. How we sell this to institution, how institution can subscribe. There are two models to it. One is an annual subscription model, for which I have given the quote to Mukesh sir a couple of days back. And the other model is perpetual access. Perpetual access, as you all know, it is one-time purchase with a small marginal maintenance fee. That too, if the subscription or if you're adding content, that will also be waived off. This is kind of one-time access, and the content will be perpetually available in your campus. That's the second model. So depending upon the funding, if it is just going to be one-time funding, then you can go for perpetual access. Perpetual will be slightly costly. Annual subscription is like you subscribe every year and the access will keep continuing, as simple as that. And as far as Sage research method is concerned, there is no restrictions on the number of articles or number of books that you are downloading from this platform. There is no restriction on the number of users who can use this platform simultaneously, so that we call it as DRM free platform. And access, generally we give it through IP ranges of the institution. It can be institutional IP ranges or remote IP ranges. One thing that we are doing during this COVID is, as I was mentioning in the beginning, we are giving user ID and password based access to users, so that wherever they are, they can access this resource. So once you subscribe, we ensure that the resource is properly used by everybody, and we facilitate with these kind of sales training, workshop, quiz, lot of engagement activities, and also give access through remote access. So that's a model of Sage research method, how it is being subscribed. So before getting into the product demo session, I would want to say that, as I initially mentioned, that it has 4,000 plus resources covering various topics of various stages of research. I have broadly selected 6 stages of research, key stages I would call: defining a topic, literature review, research design, data collection, data analysis, and writing up. So I'm going to touch base on how Sage research methods can help in each and every stages. What are the different types of content available? How you can use this in whichever stage of research you are. So that's the core concept that I'm going to explain through this session. So there are a dozen things that I would want to cover in this next 1 hour. So I would straight away jump into the platform demo after this. So as I said, I would want to showcase what is the difference between the books and the reference materials which are available in the platform. I would want to show a couple of case studies in the platform. I would show you a couple of data sets, videos, how it is presented, and then what are the research tools: project planner, reading list, methods map, which statistics test, and then some of the platform features which you must be knowing already. It's more or less common to all our Sage digital products. So with a good blend of content and features, Sage research methods is pretty unique. And we are proud to say that, as I said, 50 years of content packaged with a lot of research tools and platform make it a unique platform for research methodology. So with this short introduction, before defining a topic, I'll straight away go to Sage research methods home page. So I hope you are in a position to see my home screen, Sage research methods. Mukesh sir, if you can just confirm.
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
sir, it is.
Okay, great. So when I give the user ID and password, first I would tell you how you can log into this platform. So I've already logged in, but when I give you an user ID and password, you just go to methods.sagepub.com in any browser and just scroll down. Then you can see trial login. You click on this trial login, and then a page will open wherein it will ask you to key in your user ID and password. So for me, I will use my India Sales Demo user ID and password. Here you will key in the user ID that I'm going to give it to you and the password that I'll be facilitating it to you, and then just click login. That's it. The moment you do it, right now I'm in Sage Demo account, so you can see Sage India. If I'm giving you a user ID and password, maybe your institute name will appear over here. And similarly, when we buy our book or any notebook during our childhood days, we used to immediately write our name on the book, right? So in a digital platform, for having your own personalized feature activated, you need to create your profile. I've already done it. So I would request, once your institute subscribes or even in the trial period, just go ahead and I've already logged in. If not, it will ask for create profile. Just go ahead and create profile, because any of the personalized features that you would want to experience, maybe creating your own bookshelf within this platform, or saving the search that you have done, accumulating the content which is within the platform. Everything is your work in this platform that should be saved under your profile. So it is for that I would request you can do it. If you don't want to use it, it is optional. So that's how a simple Google-like search bar appears on the home screen of Sage Research Methods, and then you can go down and see the different types of content which is presented here: books, videos, reference, little blue books, green books, etc. So whichever content you want to refer, you can straight away go ahead and refer to those content. If you want to read only case studies on research method, on particular method, you can click on case studies and then search the keyword that you would want to use. These are all the various discipline covered. You can click on to any discipline and go straight away to the discipline. There are some help videos available on the home screen itself, how Sage research methods can be effectively used. And at the bottom of the page, you can see resources for librarian, resources for faculty members, and then there is a help icon. Whatever I'm going to show you today, some of them are actually present in the help section in this platform itself. So now to start with, I will do a basic keyword search. So all the demo, I'll be using a couple of keywords which I feel relevant to your kind of research. As I'm not into architectural research or any core research in a particular domain, I would leave the judgment of the content and the type of content available in the platform to you or during the trial period. So right now it is at a platform demo stage. So I will do some keyword search and you can experience the platform. Once the trial is set, you use your own keywords for your own type of research that you do. So for example, I'm just taking historical. Historical can be historical analysis, it can be historical research, and just typing it historical and typing a search. There will be some taxonomy showing down. We need not worry at this point in time. So let me see what are the results that are propping up. So if you see, there are around 8,494 results which are featured on historical. So it can be a handbook on historical theory, it can be on historical methods, it can be on historical analysis, etc., etc. So now it is very difficult for me to fine tune from this 8,000 result what I want to read. And there may be a situation wherein institute may not subscribe to all the varieties of content like books, cases, data sets, videos. Many institutes would say, I would want to take only data sets and SRM core. What I mean by SRM core is all the books and journal articles plus the cases. And some would say, I want only videos plus core. Core subscription is mandatory. And add-on packages are cases, data sets, and videos. If you want to select among these three, you can select, or you can select all the three of them. So I would say, if at all there is partial subscription of the platform, then I want to know only the content which are available to me. So for that, I would click here, content available to me. First, I did a basic search, and I want to now see which are the content that I have full text access for. So I click content available to me. You can see over here the platform is refreshing automatically. Now the 8,800 so results which has come down to 8,170. At this point in time, I would want to show you the different content types available. Right now it is like everything is over here, some videos, some cases, some data sets, everything is here, and I've selected the content which are available to me. If content is not available, you will see a lock over here. And then comes the filters. All the filters in this platform are on the right side corner. So first thing I want to show you a dictionary. So what is why there are different types of content presented in this platform and how it can be useful. So you can see foundation, you can see books, you can see reference materials. In that, this is dictionary. There are journal articles, data sets, and then comes your cases, videos. So many different types of content is available. I'll show one by one. I'll deselect everything and select only dictionaries. Dictionaries, by its name, it will throw only definitions and some details about the topic that you have searched. For example, here we have searched historical. So maybe historical analysis. If I would want to understand the definition and to some extent the meaning of historical, I'm opening it in a new tab. And this is a dictionary. So I'm opening it in a new tab. So what I did a basic search. I clicked on content available to me, and then I deselected all the content type and I have selected only dictionary. Maybe if students want to understand first the definition, what does it mean, then dictionaries are the point of contact for you to refer. So what is this? This is a Sage dictionary of qualitative measurement research, and this is on historical analysis. So as you see, as I said, dictionaries give definitions. this is the definition for historical analysis. What are the different sections available in this particular chapter of this dictionary? It goes on discussion, it goes about prospects, it talks about prospects, and that's it. A small name about the author. So you can actually navigate this one page from here itself. For example, the moment you scroll down, you can see sections. So this sections is to navigate within this page. So you have definition, discussion, and prospect. You can straight away go to prospect. If you want to come again to definition, you can come again to definition. So basically what dictionaries does is that it gives a brief definition and some add-on information about the keyword that you have searched. In this case, it is historical analysis. Now again, I'm going to the same keyword. Now I'll show you a encyclopedia. I'm selecting encyclopedia over here. Allow the platform to refresh. Now it is refreshed. And here is one on historical method. Here is one on historical discourse analysis. Here is one explanation on historical analysis. I'll again open up this just to keep the topic going. So this is an encyclopedia. Encyclopedia, as you are aware, it comprises a lot of information, and this is one on an encyclopedia of communication research. So that again talks about development of historical analysis, criticism on historical analysis, defense of historical analysis, then one on gender studies, one on feminist studies, and some content on presidential discourse, etc. So that's again, you are just further dwelling into the topic. So that is what a reference content would do to you. Now I've read the definition, I've read the encyclopedia, which gives me a broader knowledge. I want to deal or read further into the historical research through a book. So I have deselected everything and selected the book content. Book would comprise of your handbooks as well as books. Handbook is slightly voluminous, and book would have authors limited to that particular topic. So here is a book on data analysis, and that data analysis book covers historical analysis. So again, I'm just going to this particular type of content. And here again, if you see, this is a part of data analysis book, right? So this is a book on data analysis, and it talks about historical analysis. The chapter is dedicated to this. So it talks about what is history, and then if you want to see all the sections, these are all the sections. What is history? It is on time and periodization, and then it goes off analyzing events, making comparison, learning from a classic, concluding remarks, notes, references. So this chapter has all these things. What are the other chapters that are available in this book? You can navigate here. So this section is to navigate this particular chapter. This section on the right, if you can see, you can view all the chapters. So in this book, what are all the chapters covered? You can see over here. So different types of data analysis. Historical analysis is one, multiple regression analysis, feminist issues in data analysis, etc. So these are all the different types of analysis that are present over here. Maybe you can select your own method of data collection in architecture research, and maybe if there is any particular type of data analysis that you practice in architectural research, then you can use those keywords and find relevant content. So this is how you would navigate. And for downloading the content, straight away you can click download the PDF, and every content which is available in this entire platform is downloadable. Books, encyclopedias, case studies, everything is downloadable. When you download, you are not downloading the entire book, you are downloading this particular chapter. So chapter wise download is allowed. It is only to ensure that the space for download and the time of download is optimized, because a book having maybe 1000-2000 pages, it's going to take too much of bandwidth and time for you to download. Rather than, nobody would download the entire book, he is going to use a particular chapter, so you can download. How many chapters you can download? Any number of chapters anybody can download. As I said in the beginning, there is no restriction on the number of usage or the quantity or quality of usage that you would want to do. So in a nutshell, this is how you will go ahead, search for a content. I would also, as I've shown you a book, a dictionary, encyclopedia, a book, how it is presented, I will also want to show you another variety of content, which is your case studies. So this one on case study, I'm just clicking one. So the moment you click on case, you can see all the case studies are here, right? So maybe which one is useful for me or something related to your discipline. I will say using historical method in housing studies. Not so sure how relevant it will be, but I'm just showing you how a case study is presented. So every content has its uniqueness. If it is at a beginner stage, or if student wants to answer for a 2 mark or objective type of question, want to understand only the definition, you will fall back on dictionaries. If you want to further read in a book format authored by a single person, then you will fall back on a book. If you want to see collated articles or journal articles or some high volume of content on a particular topic, you will go to any reference, which is encyclopedias or handbooks, etc. And then there are many journal articles as well. If you would want to go, you can do it. So this case study is open now. So how a case study will be presented, all the metadata will be over here. Who's the author, what is the publication year, everything will be presented on the top. Then you will have an abstract, and then you will have learning outcome. The moment you read learning outcome of any case, you will be convinced that, okay, this is the case study which I would want to handle in a class or refer it to students. So what is this case study talking about? This case study's learning outcome is understand the rationale for using historical method as a tool for contemporary housing and social policy analysis, identify appropriate source of historical evidence, and then evaluate the potential and limitation of different sources of information, apply conclusion drawn from historical evidence to contemporary questions where appropriate. So these are all the learning outcomes. And then a case study will always have the complete case study which deals with everything, and then a conclusion, acknowledgement, exercise and discussion question, and further reading. So I'll just go to the discussion questions. So it has an exercise. Maybe if you are handling this case in the class, you can go through the case and then you can do these exercises. And there are few discussion questions at the bottom as well. Everything related to a particular methodology, if it is historical analysis or if it is any other method that you are using. Here it is historical method in housing studies. Maybe you are using historical method in some other studies. If the method is historical method, and if you want to see, these are all the learning outcomes that I want to teach to students, and these are some of the similar questions you want to discuss, then this case study can be taken. So that is how you finalize the method, and then you go to a content, and then if you want to understand the definition or refer to a case study or data set or video, then you start proceeding on that particular topic. So in a single search, like for example, historical is the keyword that I used. So I have filtered by content type, and I've said I want to see available to me. Now I want to filter it by the publication date. I don't want to see any old content. I want to restrict that. So I just scroll it down and then leave it. Allow the platform to refresh. All the content from 2011 to 20 will come. The one that we have opened will still remain because it is 2018 content. Now after doing multiple filters, now I've applied a simple keyword search, then went into content available to me. I selected this. I selected a content type. In this case, it is case studies. And then I applied another filter of year, publication date. After doing everything, I don't want to do the same search again and again, right? So I want to save this link, this sequence, like this is the keyword, this is the publication year, this is the content type, and this is available to me. This sequence I want to save, so that when I run it, if at all any new content is added, automatically that will pop up. So how will I save that? That is what you need to create your profile. If you have already created your profile, simply you need to click this save, the icon save over here on the right side. You just click on it, and maybe you can save as giving a random name, but when you academician save, you will be saving it like the method name, publication year, etc. I mean, you can do that as well. And then you click on save. Here a pop-up comes, you have successfully saved to your search. And where this save will be there, it will be there in my profile. Go to your profile and you can see my searches. Click to your my searches. Sort by modified date or search name, whichever. You can alter it whichever way you want, select, delete, whatever you want to do, you can do it. And anything that you sort by search name or something, it will be all appearing, all the demo sessions, everything that we have done. So for example, it is here September 4 2020 SPA Bhopal demo. The moment you can actually run this, edit it, delete it, or you can just click it. The moment I click it, the same sequence will be search will be made on the same sequence. So it will say historical year 2011 to 2020, and then it will throw up my content available to me, content type cases. So the same results will come. So you can actually save this search, which is going to save a lot of time and energy for you. You need not redo this again and again, right? So right now what we have seen is basic search, how do you do, and how to apply the filters, and what are the different types of content and why it is beneficial, is what we have seen till now. I'll go back to the presentation. If at all any questions, you can please feel free to unmute and check with me so that I can clarify in the session itself. So at the first stage is defining a topic. So we all, when we teach research methodology course to our students, we all say that research project should be doable. We should know what are the limitations of resources available to us. Will it take enough time? The topic will take enough time for us to do research. What are the research constraints which are available? How do I identify a good research topic? Your topic, you should have some basic knowledge to it. A good research is one which you can do with the available time and resources, or the time and resources which you can actually source, is something that you would always teach. And then coming to the access question, maybe if you are wanting to go and do a research in a heritage site, and do you have access for it? Should you take any permission from any of the government bodies or any other governing bodies which are taking care of that site, etc. So these are some of the questions. All these questions, everything I have taken from a tool called Project Planner. This is a link for this access related book on quality data collection. I have just presented here. If you want to read, you can read it. But all these slides, what I have made, is from a tool called Project Planner. So when I talk about defining a topic, which is the initial stages of research, I would want to introduce you all to a research tool called Project Planner. This is the first research tool that I am going to introduce. So how you go to a research tool? This research tool icon will be on the top. Just click on that and you can see Project Planner here. So what is a Project Planner? Project Planner, as you can see, it starts from overview of research. It talks about philosophy of research, defining a topic, reviewing a literature, and then it goes on up to writing up and dissemination. So the entire aspects of research process is covered in one lot. And how is the content presented? For example, defining a topic, the content is presented as a FAQ. First, it talks about what this stage is all about, and then it talks about how do I decide what to study. You click on it and you will read the content. And then how do I identify good research topic? You click on it, and all the basic information. This is what I have selected and presented in the PPT, the access point. This is what I have presented in the PPT as well. So for faculty members, you can actually, if you are teaching a research methods course, the basic content is already there. You can pick and put it in your PPT. And if you want to straight away go to search from this particular project planner, this will enable you. For example, this says search for resources about access. So you click on it, straight away you will get into the platform. And then some of the other topics covered. What practical things should I think before I start my research? Checklist. So you can ask yourself, are you interested enough in this topic? Yes. Or if you are missing on any of this, can you refine your topic down to description or doable research? There are some checklists. Who will use it? Beginner of research, a novice researcher who's in maybe in the initial stages of research. For them, Project Planner is highly useful, and they rely on this before they get into a discussion with their faculty members. And then comes the literature review. Again, in literature review, you will have a lot of questions presented over it. Do I need to do a literature review? What type of literature I should use, etc., etc. What is grey literature, right? So going back to the PPT, in literature review, these are all the questions covered. How do I keep my bibliography? How does the literature review differ from doing desk research? Now I will just select one topic. How do I keep bibliography? And then I searched for bibliographic content. Right now I've shown you how to do a basic search, right? So you type bibliography and you find that there is a book which is written on bibliography. There is an encyclopedia. There are two videos. One is on how do I keep a bibliography. Other one is on, again, bibliography write exercise, rewrite exercise. And then if you are a faculty member managing multiple research projects, you are having around 2-3 scholars under you and there are different research projects. Then how do you manage it? There is a video, a beautiful video by an expert on that as well. Now I have accumulated all the content. It is only 5 content, so it is easy for me to put it in a PPT and I can show it to you. But in a typical academic or research environment, you are going to accumulate more content into the platform. So the challenge is the more and more, for example, we did a simple historical research or historical analysis as a keyword search, and I could show you a case study, I could show you a dictionary, I could show you an encyclopedia, I could show you a handbook. All these 4 varieties of content I have shown you. So maybe you will do a lot of research and accumulate 10-20 content first for an generic read. You accumulate 10 content and then you will read it critically. You do critical reading and finalize only 3-4 which is relevant for you. This is something that you will cite in your research as well. So where will you accumulate this content? So bibliography, keeping bibliography, it is always said that when you start your research, please keep adding your bibliography. The solution to this is something called as the reading list tool. So what is a reading list? In a layman's language, this is actually your own personal bookshelf. There are 3 things that you can do in your bookshelf. One is that you can add content which is available in this platform. Whichever content available within this platform, you can add it. Second thing, you can make it public or private. What does it mean? If you create your bookshelf as public, then anybody can search your bookshelf and see what is the content that you have added in that particular bookshelf. Now, how it is beneficial if you are a faculty member and if you are guiding a research scholar, the scholar will search some content on literature review. You will search some content on methodology which should be adopted for that type of research. So you put every methodology into a particular bookshelf and make it public and say to your student that I have created a bookshelf in this particular name. Maybe project 1, student 1. So maybe you can give any other name. Say that this is the keyword you can search. So people can go to Sage Research Method platform and search with the name and they will be in a position to identify the bookshelf you have created and they will read all the content available in the bookshelf. Also, globally, anybody has created any bookshelf, you can also see their bookshelf and try to add it to your list. So now how it can be done? I'll again go back to the platform. Now that you know the project planner as a tool, right? So we have introduced 3 types of content. Basic search is introduced. Project planner as a tool is introduced. I'll now go back to this particular content, maybe historical analysis, and this is a dictionary which has definition to it. Now I want to add it to my bookshelf. How would I add it? So you can see an icon list over here. So you click on this list and you can actually create, if already a list is created, you can add it to it, or else you can create a new list. For example, I will create a new list and say historical analysis. And if you want to give any description, you can give. I'm just saying test, and I'm making it public, which means that anybody can search it. And then I create. So this reading list is created. Now I will add all the content type to that particular reading list. For that I would refresh once because the bookshelf that I have created should be appearing. Once I need to refresh it. Now it is refreshed. This is an encyclopedia. How would I do that? I go to this list and I will say SPA and this is the one now I have created. I'll select this and just add. This is on encyclopedia. So I'll just add it to the same reading list, right? Now I'm going to add this particular handbook to the same list. So again I will refresh this page so that the bookshelf will be appearing in my list. I go to my list search that SPA, it comes add. It says it is added. Similarly, I am going to add this case study as well in this list. How will I do that? I go here, click on this and just type SPA. It comes over here and add. So a case study and encyclopedia, everything is added. Now, how will I go ahead and read that? I go to my profile, go to my reading list. The entire reading list that I created will be appearing, and the one that I have created now will also appear. So what I have done, first I did a basic search. I read different types of content for a generic read. It was not a critical read, right? I did a generic read. I felt these are the content relevant to me. I have created a bookshelf added to it. So here is the one, SPA demo third is what I created. You can see all the details. There is a book that I have, handbook that I have added. This is the encyclopedia that I have added. This is the another handbook. This is the case study. So everything is added. Now slowly I can click this and do a critical read. So how do I do that? I click on here. I open it in a new tab. So I read it critically now. So I read the definition, everything. I feel okay, this is really good. I need to cite that, or else I need to keep a bibliography of this particular book in my research for and use it for my research work. How should I do that? There is an icon called citation over here. So you can click on this, and generally there are 5 types of formats in which you can cite, which is presented in the platform in itself: APA, Chicago, Harvard, MLA, and AMA. So whichever every journal will specify that you need to cite in a particular format. So mostly these are the 5 popular ones which are listed over here. And Sage, actually most of our journals go by APA. And if you change to Chicago, you can see this format changes. Harvard, this format changes. You can copy to clipboard and paste it in an Excel or Word wherever you are accumulating your bibliography. So that was one challenge which I was mentioning, that there are different types of content. You need to accumulate bibliography. How will I do that? This is how you will do it. And then you will add it to any of your bibliographic software. If you are using EndNote, Mendeley, Reference Work, or any of this ProCite, any of this, if you are using any of these managers, you can straight away export this citation to your reference manager as well, which will help you to kind of keep adding bibliography as and when you go out and read it. So that's the way that you would actually accumulate your content and start adding citations, and also add content to your list. You create a list. Now 2 things is done. In a reading list, you can select content from this platform, add it into your bookshelf. You can make it public or private. The third thing that I said was, in a reading list, you can actually search others' reading list as well. For example, if your teacher is, if a faculty member is creating a reading list, and if he wants to share that reading list to their students, how is that possible? So go to research tool, click on the reading list as a tool. So now this 4 things has a separate page to it. The moment I click on reading list, the reading list home page will appear. Similar to our Sage Research Methods homepage, you will have a search bar. You can search by method, you can search by discipline, and there are few more additional content available in terms of video. So what it does, here when you search any method, you won't get titles or books or case studies. You will get the reading list created by anybody, or you can search by anybody's name as well. For example, I know Heather, colleague in US, who used to do a lot of academic engagement, and she has created a lot of reading list. So in my case, you can search by my name. So these are the one which is done by Heather Dairy. So I can actually sort it by last name or by create date, any of these, creator name, etc. And then you see these are the content which are added. For example, this particular bookshelf has discourse analysis, something related to structured focused comparison. This is a case study on ethnic conflict, and this is an effect of development aid, etc. On something related to conflict and something related to discourse analysis. If my research involves any of these methods or analysis, and I feel these are the content useful, I just add to my list. The moment I click it, then it would say automatically it is added to my list. That's it. So my reading list will have this particular person's list added to my reading list. So what it means is that if you are a faculty member, you can accumulate the relevant content in the platform, and your students will be allowed to search by your name, and then they will find your reading list and they can go ahead and add to their reading list and start reading content in this platform. So it is very easy for faculty members to suggest a particular topic or a particular content to students, and it need not be written and shown. It can be done online itself. For example, if you search by my name, then you will find all the reading list which I have created. The system recognizes that it is me searching my name, so it won't say add to my list. It would say my list, edit it. So I have done one on business research, statistics distribution, sampling distribution, etc. There are many reading lists that I have created: ethics in research, softwares in research, SPSS, etc. So that's what a reading list tool will do. Primarily, it is a bookshelf. You can accumulate your content into the bookshelf. You can share that with your students, and you can also browse others' bookshelf basis their name or the methodology which they have created the bookshelf. So that's how the platform offers a solution for two things: one, accumulating content; second thing, citing content, maintaining a bibliographic record. So next topic is research design. I mean, these are some content that again I have taken it from the project planner itself. I'll again go back to project planner. So there are many videos available in project planner. So on research design, if you click on research design, some of the various topic covered in research design is what is a research plan, what is a research design, and what will you emphasize in your research, which method should I use. So there are many videos available in project planner itself. So experts are talking about which method you should select. This lady talks about mixed method, why she always prefers mixed method for her type of research. Here is another video on methods research, etc. And when I'm talking about videos, I would want to show video content in itself. So how will I do that? Either you can go here and click on the type of content which you would want to see. In this case, videos. So I'll go to the videos. And videos, as I said, whichever you click, it will open up into its own home page. So video will have a section on that. So these are all the videos which are listed here. So I will just try one video for you and show some of the features of videos, right? Maybe a simple one which I should select. Okay, so an introduction to content analysis on qualitative data. So I will click on this video. It is a new one, new 2020 published. So I'm sure it is current and updated. Video has a couple of features in it. So the moment you go into a video, this is how the video will open. So this is around 16 minutes of video, and this is segment 1, and there are segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, segment 4. There are 4 segments available in this video. Each segment, this segment is around 16 minutes, this is a 14 minutes, this is a 6 minutes, this is the shortest 3 minutes, the introduction one. So right now we are in segment 1, and you can see the entire transcript is available here. And you can actually scroll this transcript. Wherever I click, the video will change. And the summary has all the metadata to it. And you can actually switch on the closed caption. I clicked on it, I switched off. What switch on, switch off mean is that the subscript, the transcript, the subtitles will come. So I'm playing the video. You may not listen the audio because MS Team will not capture audio from the laptop, but you can go ahead, and when the trial is set, you can see it comes with a beautiful music in the beginning, and then you can see it is getting scrolled down here. The more and more she talks, the transcript will keep on scrolling down over here. You can actually jump and navigate the video from here itself. Straight away want to go over here, you can click here, or you can straight away go here. So you can see the streaming has changed. And you can actually download the entire transcript in a PDF as well. The second important feature of a video, and video is again citable, you can cite it, And videos also, you can want to embed it into your learning management system. You can embed a video as well. If you want to have a permalink, then you can click and have your permalink of this video as well. So these are some of the aspects of videos which will helpful for you. The second important feature for a video for faculty member is creating a clip. Maybe the 16 minutes video, you don't want to run this entire video when you are conducting an online classroom, or when you're in a classroom handling a session. You feel, you seeing the transcript, you feel that only 3 minutes 55 seconds to 4 minutes 15 seconds is what you want to show. Then you can actually create a short clip saying that 3 minute 5 second to 4 minute, maybe around 15. I will keep it like this and say maybe just giving some name, and you would want to save it as my clip. So you save it in your clip. The moment you save it, it says your clip is saved. Again, this is a personalized feature. So when you go to your profile in your reading list, this will be saved as a clip, the clip that you have saved. And when you run that video, only that particular portion of the video will run. So in a way, you can actually accumulate for a particular topic. So this is one that I have created right now. If you view details, it says this is the topic that we have selected, and sorry, not this one. Yeah, this is the one, 355 to 410. So this is the video that we have. The moment we play this, only that 1 minute or 15 seconds video will start playing. So how it will help, you can actually select content when you are handling an online session to make the class interactive and interesting. You can select 2-3 videos and keep it like how I have accumulated over here, and then you can start playing one by one. So it is not going to take too much of time. It's only a short video related to your class topic that you are handling, and then you will be in a position to play that video. So while we are talking about research design, this is something that is I have selected from Project Planner. So what type of research question, what type of research method you should select. If it is hypothesis testing, then you can use an experimental method or a survey. Or if your researchable question is on causal conclusion, cause and effect result you are researching, then which is the method that you can select. These are some of the ones that I have accumulated, and everything I have actually taken from the tool Project Planner. So I'll go back to the Project Planner tool and I'll go to research design, and these are some of the beginner level which it will be really helpful for any student. How do I match my research method to my research question? If you see, this is the one that is presented in that slide as well, but in a tabular form. Here it is in text format. So if your question is hypothesis, experimental method, survey data, one thing I would want to say, Project Planner is giving you an overview of research method. Whatever is presented in Project Planner, there are much more varieties of research method presented in the platform. This is just an overview for a beginner to just give a heads up of his research activity. So if it is causal conclusion, these are all the methods that he can use. In this Project Planner, you see there are many blue font highlighted, right? So what is this? This is nothing but your next tool, methods map. So when you click over here, it straight away goes to a tool called methods map. What it does, you can actually go from here as well. Methods map, you can click. Wherever you click, the plan will open, methods map will open like this. So what is this? It gives a visual tool. It is a visual tool which maps the entire research methods terrain. For example, we were talking on qualitative comparative analysis. This is a subset of case study research. What are the other topics in case study research that a person should know? Single case or something on concept mapping, QCA, etc. And what is case study research? It is a part of research design. It is one of the research design. And what type of data collection is this? It is qualitative data collection. So is there any other qualitative other methods of data collection? Then I click on it. There are multiple methods of collecting qualitative data. So if your research is about qualitative research, then what are all the methods in which you can collect data? Case study research is one, The other research methods, or these are all the other methods in which you can actually collect a qualitative data, be it focus group, be it ethnography, be it internet research, narrative research, observational research. So somebody is confused between a narrative research and observational research, he can actually see the difference as well. Maybe I will click on narrative analysis. In narrative analysis, life history research, personal narratives. So I want to read something on first narrative analysis. So I click over here and you can see search all content on narrative research. So I click over narrative research, and now I am very new to narrative research. I don't know anything about narrative research. So before going to my faculty member, what I can do, I can actually see here is a lock. To eliminate this lock, I will say content available to me. The lock will be gone. Now I want to read only the definition. So you know how to do that. So go and select only the dictionaries, and then you see which one you want to read, narrative research, and this is a dictionary which is talking about narrative research, which will give you the definition. So how do I how do I did it in methods map? So methods map is a visual tool which will map the entire research methods terrain. So you can type anything, like I'll take the same keyword, historical research. And in historical research, people, some of the topic that they should read further is archival research, documentary research, etc. And historical research is again a part of research design. Is there any other research design that is method which are there? There are many which are available, including the case study research. So again, I can go to case study research. In case study research, I want to read QCA, and this is the end. I want to read about QCA. I click on it. So the entire research methods terrain is actually mapped in a simple diagrammatic way. So you can view the entire content related to this is covered in this Sage Research Methods platform. So this one diagram will show you everything about this platform. You start with key concepts in research, philosophy of research, research ethics, etc., till your thesis dissemination. Whether it is qualitative data, quantitative data analysis, data collection, what are the different methods you can collect data, and in this, if it is qualitative data, what is the methods available in qualitative data collection. And if you are talking about case study research, you can again go back to case study research. In case study research, some of the subtopics to this can be concept mapping, single case, etc. I would want to read on single cases, then I arrive on it and click on content related to single cases, and then I get into the platform. So what it does, it gives me a holistic view of mapping the entire research methods terrain. So that's what a methods map does. So far we have seen methods map. It is like mapping your entire research method in a visual representative way. Reading list is nothing but creating your own bookshelf. You can share it with your friends, students, and you can also view others' bookshelf provided it is made public. Project planner, it is a good start point for any researcher. He gets an overview of all stages of research, be it from literature review till writing up and dissemination. Every stage is explained. All relevant content for a beginner is presented in Project Planner. So all this content I have taken from Project Planner itself. So these are some of the screenshots which I have presented to you, which I have showcased to you in your methods map. Then comes data collection. Data collection is the core of research. So if you go and see in Project Planner, there are multiple topics covered here, starting from how do I generate data to what is a metadata, talking about the data, what is data mining, what is a systematic review, everything is covered. And then comes interviews. It is one of the way of collecting data. So how do I collect data using interviews? What are the different types of interviews? History interviews, focus group, and then comes survey, email survey, face-to-face survey, online survey, telephonic survey, and then mixed methods. If you are using mixed methods, checklist on research, some of the checklist for your research question, everything related to data collection is presented in the Project Planner. And this is just a limited portion of content. Much more is available in the platform. Just for example, just one topic sampling in itself has multiple things to know, and this is again taken from the methods map as a screenshot. Multiple ways of probability sampling, purposive sampling, random sampling. So for any of these topics, if you would want to understand the definition, you fall back on dictionary. If you want to read further, you can go to books, case studies, data sets, etc. And then comes the data analysis part. Data analysis, there are multiple ways. I mean, you can analyze the qualitative data, quantitative data, and I have showcased that some of the topics which are available in the platform itself. And these are all the topics on qualitative data analysis, some of the topics which are presented in methods map. And this is on quantitative data analysis. If your research is quantitative, then there are abundance of content available in this platform. If your research is qualitative, then again abundance of content available in the platform. Now the challenge here is that when you enter into data analysis, mostly in some research you would want to use some statistics test, and scholars are well versed in their topic. They may not be a statistician or they may not be strong in statistics. So which statistics test I should use for my type of research is a challenge that we may face during the data analysis stage. So when we conducted a survey, 75% we recently did with around 250 participants. So 75% of our participants said that finding a statistics test is the biggest challenge that they are facing when they are analyzing their data. So is there a solution that we can offer? Yes, there is a simple tool called as which statistics test. So that's the last tool that I am going to show to you. Here is the which statistics test. What it does is that it throws you some questions, and the way that you answer the statistics test will be revealed. So for example, I'm just taking random things over here. What is the purpose of your analysis? To look for an association between variables, and then I click next. So the next question is, what do you want to do with this data? Predict values of an outcome, or you want to measure strength of association between variables. So I'll say predict values and then click next. So what is your measurement level? Interval, ratio, ordinal, nominal. So if anybody is stuck over here, I don't know what is ordinal, interval, ratio, nominal. I want to read about understanding variables or level of measurements. Then you can see need some help. You can click here or here and go and read about level of measurements, understanding variables. So there are many handbooks, books, case studies explaining this particular topic, right? So I would say nominal and then click next. How many categories does your outcome have? I just randomly say more than 2 categories. And if you want to understand more about nominal variables, you can click over here and understand about that. Click next. And it says multinomial logic regression is the statistics test that I would want to use. Will it change if I change my previous answer? Maybe 2 categories and then click next. Yes, it says binary logistic regression. So basically this through the questions that you are answering, it will suggest you a particular statistics test that you should use. Now you have arrived on this particular statistics test. You want to read more about multinomial logic regression, click over here. And there are few data sets which are available for you as well. So I will open a data set and show you how will that show for you. This is a content on multinomial logic regression, a data set on multinomial logic regression. And as it is quantitative type of data, it is on R. If you are wanting to import this data set into R platform and see it, you can actually download. So you can download this data set for R software or for Stata or for SPSS or in Microsoft Simple Excel. There are some teaching and learning materials. Teacher's guide will show how to teach using a data set. There is a video as well by one of the users of this platform, how he has actually used this data set and he has handled class. There are code book for you to download as well, and the data set information from where we have taken this data set, authenticity of this data set, everything is mentioned. These data sets are noise free and it is only for your practice purpose, right? So many, be it qualitative or quantitative, our platform offers a lot of data sets for you to kind of practice when you are teaching research method. So thus, which statistics test is a very simple, effective tool which will help you to identify the statistics test that you should adopt for your type of research. So finally, we come to writing up. On the same survey that we did, we were asking scholars and faculty members which is the highest challenge that you are facing in your research. Most of the people said that writing research is the highest challenging task, and that applies to faculty members as well. If you are guiding a scholar in publishing a research work, even faculty members said that publishing research work, guiding scholars in publishing research work is again a challenge to them, because there are many times you need to face rejections, and then you need to come out of it and keep editing your script multiple times, etc. So is there content available in Sage research methods for writing up? Yes, there are many content available. Some of the snippet I presented over here. Am I the only one struggling to write a literature review? Writing for impact, writing a process, 8 tips for writing. These are all video content which are available in this platform, which you can go see and try to understand. There are many handbooks, many books, varieties of content on writing up as well. So again, as you see, mostly methods, which method you should select, which statistics you should select, and to understand about that method and statistics tool is something this research methods offers. So when we asked, is Sage research method helping you to find the right method, read about that method, implement that in your research, select the right statistics test, and do your research successfully. Is it helping, is a question that we asked. 86% of our population said yes, Sage research method is helping them to find the right method and right statistics. So that brings us to the end of the session. We have seen all the content types: books, references, cases, data sets. We have seen all the 4 research tools: project planner, reading list, method map, which statistics test. Not just we have seen why it is presented in the way it is and how it can be used. We also saw how to search, how to cite, and how to share. So that brings us to the end of the session, but I don't want to leave you with that. One thing that we do to any of our subscriber is that they provide us the research methodology course or PhD scholars way of method selection, etc. The course syllabus is something that they give it to us, and we attempt to map Sage research method content to the syllabus that they have provided, and then provide them with this is particularly done to faculty members, so that they can go ahead and refer the content in the platform and suggest it to students as well. So this is an add-on that we do, along with a lot of training sessions, quizzes, and a lot of engagement activities that we are taking up. So that brings us to the end of the session. So this is the home page. I've already shown this to you. If any queries or any doubts that you have on the platform, or any if you want to approach me for any doubts, please feel free to do that. These are my contact details. You can save it. At this point in time, I would want to go to our Teams platform and see if there are any questions or any comments, or else I'm stopping my screen share. So that's about Sage research methods and how it can be used in your research cycle, research process from the beginning of research till you're writing up dissertation. So I'm open for any questions, clarifications, or I would be setting up a trial for your institute. You can actually go through all the stages that I mentioned. I've recorded this session. I'll share the recording with you as well. Any questions, sir? Any clarification? Was the session okay? Any feedback, comments?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sundaram. I think, I mean, all of us faculty members, like, will go through all the resources that you have showed us. One of the things, critical things that I told you at the starting of the session was also, like, some content on our interest areas, like design, architecture, urbanism. So I don't know how you kind of stitch that material, which is already available on Sage and my knowledge with this portal. So that's one critical thing for our decision to go ahead with this kind of product. Rest my colleagues can ask some questions. Thank you, Mr. Sundar.
Yeah. So this platform is primarily on the research methods. That's how the name in itself is Sage Research Methods. And the journals and ebooks, I will send you the separate list. Once you understand navigating this platform, rest all features are going to be the same. The citation, the creating a reading list, everything will remain same across all our Sage platform. So it's a heads up to use all our digital platform for you, and in that sense you will be comfortable in using all the other platforms as well. So I will share those journals and the ebooks list which are available as you mentioned in the areas of your interest. In the meantime, I would also request all the faculty members who are attending this session to please evaluate the research methods platform as well, and if you are finding this useful for your research course or guiding students in research, then you can please recommend it to your library, and then we can go ahead and work with you on subscribing or purchasing this product. So I will set up a user ID and password based access for you. It will run for 2 months from the day it is activated. I'll communicate this to you, sir, Mukesh, sir, and you can communicate further this to your faculty members as well.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I think there is one question that I see. There is one question. Login details will be officially provided to us, or we would have to register. No, you need not register yourself. I will provide you the user ID and password. Only for your personal customization, like creating a bookshelf, you need to create a profile and inside the website, which is optional. And okay, sir, please. Okay. Once we do hands-on, yes. To access reading list, the other person, would you have to log in? Yes, for accessing other person's no other person's reading list, you need not log in. You can just go to the platform, click on reading list, and type any method name or any topic. Then reading list will automatically come. So you need not register. But if you want to add those reading list books to your shelf, then you need to log into your platform. I see only these are the two queries that are there in the chat box. If there are not many queries, please feel free to connect with me anytime. I'm always here to help you. If there are not much queries, once the trial is set, I will share that login information with you all. So once again, I thank you all for attending this session during this lockdown and virtual session. It's a great experience for me, and thanks a lot, sir, for organizing this today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. So I will share the recording. We all will leave now. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We'll circulate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.